Good afternoon and welcome to Joyly Studios. And I am Sheryl Lynn here with
Rich the Trigger Bontrager.
So Rich, why is it that you came to our call with a green screen?
So I actually coach people on how to rock the virtual stage. I've been a broadcaster for 30 years, and now I help people actually become broadcasters.
All right, excellent. So we're going to do a little work today, you and me, and we're going to have some fun with what each other's business is. So we're going to do a in action, at the moment fix or process or methodology based on what we do for a living. Are you ready?
Rock it. Let's do it.
Who wants to go first? You want to do? Let's do your process first. I know. What do you do in general? You help people with a 15-minute process. Tell me again.
Yeah, laser coaching is a 15-minute coaching process. It's not a program. This is one-on-one coaching. So what we do is we find out what your needs are on the virtual stage, from presentation to technology to green screen technology, whatever. And then one call at a time, one coaching session at a time, I then help you attack one item, 15 minutes, get you rocking.
All right, we're fast forwarding because we're going to do both of our processes, which happen both to be 15 minutes. So mine is about joy and yours is about the virtual stage. So I'm going to let you take the reins. Fix me. Do whatever you do.
So what is your biggest concern when you get on camera, when you do your video calls or your video presentations? What's one of the biggest frustrations of your presentation do you think?
Well, as you know, Joyly is going natural and the virtual stage is huge for us. And my vision is to have, hundreds of people sit in the virtual chair across the country. So I can't even figure it out, Rich. My green screen is bad and it looks like I'm in, you know what it looks like.
Yeah, so you're phasing in and out. You got the halo, the kind of glow. You're doing all those type of things.
Goes in and out.
Several easy fixes right away. First of all, my green screen is a thicker green screen. It absorbs light. You do need to figure out lighting with your green screen. Also, if you're doing digital to digital, like many platforms just have the built-in and you don't have a fabric behind you, those will always have a ghost. Those will always disappear. Mine is strong enough. It's not doing that. Actually, the backdrop we have on the screen is the one that I use. You also want to have darker colors very often. So you want to have something that will help those shadows disappear. So whatever color no, don't use whites. That's going to show everything. Use something darker. The other thing is going to be, again, you're going to want to figure out your lighting. So 3-point lighting helps out. One in front, one on each side cuts your shadows out. That's a very important thing.
Okay. Got it.
And then you have to just figure out your hand gestures, because this is still digital magic. You have to figure out where you can move and where you can't move. And then the illusion is you're really on a physical stage. Now, with your chair idea, you really could drop the chair in and you could be sitting on your joy chair. That would be so cool to see you do it, and you can do it.
Yeah, I've done it. It just is messy because I don't have all the details worked out. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. So what about when I think my biggest problem is when I send if I were to send the chair to you or 50 other people, so we could all be in the virtual chair, is there like a process that I teach people? Because they don't have any idea what to do, a lot of them. Some do, some don't.
So for that, you send them the JPEG, the picture, whatever it is. You also have to figure out what platform you're going to be on. They have to have the camera ready ability to really switch it so they can grab that image right there and put it on there. So that's the trick, is do they have the camera, the technology to really switch it out? Because green screen technology is changing rapidly right now. Platforms are emerging and some are better than others. So that's one of the pre-questions before you do it, I would say, Sheryl, is ask them, what equipment do you have? And can it read a true image on a true green screen? Or are you doing virtual to virtual? Is it completely digital? Or do you have a green screen? And always encourage them to go get the green screen.
Yeah.
And here's a great trick. Go to Walmart or whatever store you want to go to. Go get some green fabric. Make it a forest green, a thicker fabric, and don't pay hundreds of dollars for some big green screen gadget. Just go down your store and go buy it.
Okay. Brilliant. All right. Okay. So the only thing is, what if I want people to be in the virtual chair and they just don't want to invest? Should I just let them have the wiggle? That's not so quite professional.
Depending on the standard you want to set. So for me, as a broadcaster, I'm trying to raise the standard, everything virtual. So I really encourage people, if you want the quality, if you want to have the pop, you need to invest.
All right.
Now, not too expensive. You just need to elevate a little bit. And there's a lot of shortcuts that are not financially hard to go do.
All right. I love that process. That helps me a lot because I was kind of like, is it too much to ask? But at the end of the day, it's their look too, right? They want to look the best they can in the chair.
Everything right now is about branding. This is now TV. Everything is now TV. These webinars, these shows we're all doing, you are now on TV. So think about how the quality of TV impacts your viewing, your engagement, your sensory ability. Everything we're doing has to go that direction now. Okay. So encourage people to take that step.
All right, I know we're fast tracking this. So is there something next after you've heard my problem, we focused on it, you've given me tons of tips. Is there a final thing that we do in your process?
And then after that 15-minute call, I would say, hey, Sheryl, go work on that, run a couple clips, set up another 15-minute phone call, Zoom call, whatever it is, and then we review the video you shot, and I can say, look, the lighting can improve there. Why don't you try this? Get you on another homework assignment and go do it again. Or if we like that completed project, we'll move on to microphones or lighting or stage presence. Whatever it is we need to improve, we just take one topic at a time and keep building you out to get stronger and better on stage.
Okay, the best part about this is we know what my background looks like now. So when I send you the next time we do this, we're going to do some fast tracking and you're going to get me to making sure that I have it look professional.
Right. We'll take it to a higher level.
Yeah, the higher level. I love that. Is there anything else to wrap up your part of the conversation about backdrops or me in particular about coaching me?
No, really, those are the simple beginning points. And again, it's the environment. So the question I want to answer is this. What environment do you want to create for your presentation? And then go create that environment. All
right. And talk to me about the pricing again.
So pricing for that is $400 a month for laser coaching, or my really good special, it's $1,000 for 3 months. I do have a yearly one, but most people right now really like the 3 months. It's kind of a good way to test it out. It's not that expensive. Give me contact. Let's talk about it.
How much, if I were to sign up for $400 a month, what am I getting exactly?
Unlimited coaching. So if you unlimited
coaching, teach me my microphones and my green screen and my everything for $400 a month.
And this is for you to control the pace of how much you want to learn. If you want to have 3 calls a week, you take one item, work on it, do another, take one, do another, boom, boom, boom. You can rock it at your pace.
Oh, I am so in. You've given me so much already today. Thank you.
Let's make it happen. Let's get you rocking the stage better.
I'm going to cry because the virtual stage is so important to me right now. You know, I want people to feel good in the chair. I want them to feel strong and confident and not, worry about the whole process, myself included, right? I want to look my best because it's my brand.
Well, and the virtual stage is ever expanding. This is only the beginning, Sheryl. Wait till technology, wait till people figure this out. This virtual stage is going to explode. So get in now, learn it now, and ride the wave.
All right. And I'm going on a road trip. That's my next thing. I'm taking the chair on the road. So I have to figure this whole thing out virtually on the road. Help!
And that's the benefit of the virtual screen. You can take it on the road and it looks like you're still in studio. You're still in the same place. And it's an amazing illusion that TV gives you.
You are my partner on the road for the next 30 days for $400. I need so much help. You and me we're going to talk a lot.
Road tripping, baby. That's what we're going to do.
We're going to start in now. So let's switch over to me now. So the Chair of Joy it's right now in Wisconsin. We're moving it down through all the way to Dallas. We're going to start our sizzle reel with Tony Martinez and the documentary. And then we're going to head over to, let's see if we've got Houston and Pensacola, Atlanta, Nashville, and then Cleveland, Chicago. So anyway, I want to have a few minutes with you and talk about the Chair of Joy experience. I want you to go through it with me. Would you do that with me?
Certainly. Let's do it.
All right. So the idea is there is not, I think that there's a lot of conversation about joy. You should have it. Go get it. You need it. It would be nice, wouldn't it? But the point is, I discovered that you don't really get joy or joyful or joyous unless you focus on it. And it has to be a focus every single day, all day long. So do you do that?
Yeah, actually I do. I have a very uplifting, positive nature that every day, people talk about the cup being half full, half empty. No, my cup's always overflowing because there's just so much greatness going on. So joy is a natural part of my DNA.
Oh my God, another reason you're going to be in my chair. Where do you live in the world?
I'm in DC now. You got to make a run through DC.
Said that. I don't know about this trip, but absolutely. Let me figure out the green screen so I make sure that I'm professional when I come see you.
You come to DC and we'll get the green screen rocking and get me in the chair both. That's a double dip for you.
Oh my gosh, what an offer. I'm excited. All right. So I know you're joyful. A lot of people are, but I want to raise the vibration in the country by 10%, and it's measurable through the Joy Quiz. So I am gathering many people like you and so many of the others already in C-suite that are living joyful lives to help us do that. So if you don't mind, I'd like you to just kind of get settled and go through the process with me. So take a deep breath in, close your eyes if you want, and just focus on we're so grateful to be here in our lives and living whatever it is that we choose to do. All right. And now take a deep breath in, count to 4. And I want to see if you can tap into a moment of joy, whatever jewel that is. Where are you? What are you doing? Who are you with? What does it smell like, look like? And exhale. And we're going to do that one more time. Inhale. One more jewel of joy. Where are you? Were you young? Was it yesterday? Was it last year? Was it on vacation? Was it with a friend? See it, hear it, feel it, and exhale. All right. Come back to me, baby. Number 1. What's number 1?
Number 1 was the first time I got back up on stage after my liver transplant, and just the excitement, the thrill of being alive back where I love to be.
All right. And number 2?
Number 2 was when I proposed last year to a lady.
Ooh.
At a winter carnival, and an amazing experience. It was beautiful.
Winter carnival. What state was that?
That was in Colorado.
Oh, very cool. All right. So I want you to think about that moment again on the stage, the process of having the liver transplant and then getting on stage again and talking about it all the way to the proposal. If there was a thread between those two, what would it be? Oh,
the constant thread is that I always believe life is a great adventure.
Can you give it
to me? So to me, that emotion of starting fresh, having another chance to go, because I was very much near death, and the potential was limitless of having another chance at life again.
So I'm going to ask you to. That's all great, and I heard really powerful things and more than one concept. But if you could nail it down to one word, is it adventure? Is it limitless possibilities?
Limitless possibilities really is it.
Okay. Limitless possibilities. All right. Now, you and I, we're going to go on a trip. Okay. Don't you love adventure?
I do.
I want you to imagine if you could put limitless possibilities in a container, what would that container look like?
Oh boy. Road trip, love, romance, family, just a lot of freedom. Just a lot of freedom to roam around and embrace life as life day to day. Just really limitless. Just everything from a hike to a walk to a dance to snuggling with my grandkids. Those are some of the limitless potentials of just soaking it in, taking it all in.
Yeah, you are awesome at this. So there's a lot more to it than that, but I want to see if you have a chair of joy. Do you have a chair of joy at home?
I used to. I don't have because I've relocated. I don't have a chair of joy right now. I need one.
So it doesn't have to be an ornate experience. It doesn't have to be even at your house. It can be anywhere, anytime. So you have your office chair, obviously.
Right.
Where else do you sit on a regular basis in your home?
Oh, boy. Kind of the front porch. I love being outside, seeing it, taking in life, and just breathing it in. I love it.
Tell me about that chair. It doesn't have to. So the best part about this is that the process doesn't have to be an ornate, luxurious experience. It can be a Costco folding chair. So tell me about that chair.
No, really, it's just sitting on the stoop, sitting outside, right on the front porch.
Even better. So my challenge to you to help me become an ambassador for Joyly and joy in the country and raising the vibration of joy to a new level is, can you sit on that stoop? Do you sit on that stoop 4 to 5 times a day for at least 5 minutes and doing what you just did, which is the first time I went on stage, the first time I talked about my liver transplant, the time my wife and I went on a honeymoon, the time I played with my, on and on and on. Can you do that? And will you do that? Have you done that? And will you do that?
I haven't done it that many times per day, but I'm on. I will take your challenge and happily do that. That's fantastic.
You know what Pete Winter said to me at the end of the call the other day when he was sitting in the virtual experience? He says, Sheryl, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a hard stop at 55, at 12:55, 1:55, 2:55. You guys, I got to go sit in my chair of joy. I got this thing. I said I was going to do it, and he does it, and he's so cool.
Yes, he is very, and again, it is the intentional act of joy, the intentional act of bringing joy forward, both embracing it and giving it.
Yeah. I like what you said before, that people are kind of catching wind of this, and it's not like it's a new concept, right? Joy is not a new concept. It's just forgotten. And so the process that we just went through, all it did was help you remember, recall, right, rediscover, focus, like get back to those moments, you know, family, friends, whatever it is, especially post COVID-19. And I think both of our businesses are extremely beneficial for helping support people.
Well, and I think people have forgotten the contagious nature of joy. Mm-hmm. Because again, the more we talk about it, like I said, through C-Suite, the people are just unbelievably excited about this whole joy chair and where it's going, how it's growing. So that natural contagion is one of the best things in the world right now. So kudos to you for what you're doing with the joy chair. I think it's a great concept, and we're already seeing people responding to it.
Yeah, it's the chair of joy, and I wouldn't have done it without one moment sitting in thought console with Jeffrey Hazlett, and he's listening and listening. He goes, wait a minute, you are the chair of joy. And I'm like, me? Okay, let's do this. And then of course I bought the chair just based on the fact that I didn't know how else to teach people how to stop and be still and know that joy is inside and it doesn't cost anything. So it's a pretty big gimmick, but you know what? If it gets people's attention, let's do it.
Look, you're going on a road trip. It's a great gimmick, and that's going to be wonderful to hear the stories and see the pictures and the videos of joy being flowing out across the nation. I think it's fabulous.
Well, thank God you're going to be on the trip with me, because I'm going to be calling you every often.
Speed dial. That's how we're going to do it. Speed dial.
Speed dial. All right, Rich. Well, thank you for your time today, and I'm sure we'll be talking again very soon.
Thanks, Sheryl, for having me on. Always a pleasure.